Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem performed this evening by the Centerville Pep Band.
Here we go. It is an intense G-Walk rivalry between the Fairmont Firebirds and the Centerville Elks. We are here at Centerville High School for tonight's MVCC varsity game of the week. The last two games have been intense, nail-biting finishes, so this one is sure to be another close one between these two schools. Some call it the Battle of the 48. It's just going to be a great basketball team between these two schools as we're just about ready. Looks like it will be Ryan Hall going up against Javon Henderson for the jump ball. Opening tip is won by the Firebirds, and Kellen Bohennick corrals it, gives it over to Ryan Hall, and we are underway in our MVCC varsity game of the week. Jack Hendricks drives in, kicks out to Cade Morgan. Cade Morgan over to Ryan Hall. And Hall passes out to Bohennick. Morgan has it poked away. Picks it back up, though, in the half court, and the Firebirds are going to reset. Bohennick drives into the paint, kicks out to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall fought. Ryan Hall drives into the paint, gives it off to Dylan Crutchfield. Chris Thompson is a junior varsity.
Time to get out your 50-50 raffle tickets.
Ryan Hall with the shot off the glass. Matt Pierce has it guarded by Kellen Bohennick. Kicks over to Donnie Sheldon. Javon Henderson. And at the free throw line. Donnie Sheldon doesn't take the screen from Henderson. Sheldon pulls up from just inside.
Basket by Donnie Shelton.
Up past the Jack Hendricks. Cade Morgan thought about shooting the trailing three, but doesn't. He's going to back up, look at Coach Albright, and reset. Drives to the left side of the paint. And Henderson rips the ball away. Fairmont's second turnover. Pierce kicks it over to Marshall in the corner. Marshall drives in, kicks back out to Henderson. Henderson drives baseline. Shot is blocked by Crutchfield. Morgan's going to drive coast to coast and slam it home for the Firebirds' first basket of the game. Firebirds come back out and play a trapping 2-3 zone. Shelton down low to Pierce. Henderson now guarded by Cade Morgan. Over the corner into Pierce. Pierce's three is no good. And it's going to go back to the Firebirds. Substitutions already. Number 12, Alec Grandin comes in, and number 10, Sam Licklider comes in for the Firebirds. And a turnover going back the other way. Referee stop play.
Here's tonight's 50-50 winning ticket. 286-5902. 286-5902. If you have that winning number, come over to the scores table.
Referees now resume play. A long timeout by the referees. No explanation why they were stopped. Donnie Shelton trying to get some separation off of Ryan Hall. Kicks over to Marshall. Marshall drives baseline. Cross court to Grandin, no good. Shelton gets the ball, drives into the paint. Down low to Mo Najai. His shot's no good, but an offensive rebound. And the putback. Morgan kicks it over to Bohenick. Bohenick drives in, kicks back out to Morgan. Hall calls for Bohenick to come closer for a screen. Hands off. Bohenick, once he gets that, and Fairmont's going to call a 30-second timeout. Watch, look at this. Najai, just the ability. He picked the ball out of the air before any of the Firebirds got even any close to it. Now we take a look at both teams' timeout. Albright looks like he is livid. 3 turnovers already for the Firebirds in the first 3.5 minutes. And Brooks Cups has to be happy. I mean, the student body here at Centerville calls him Brooks Popovich because he's calm under pressure in games and seems to always pull off a way to win the biggest games of the season, as they did 1 week ago tonight as they knocked off the number 5 team in the state in Springfield here at Centerville. It'll be the Firebirds ball. Referee stop play once again. Both coaches look at each other, shake their heads and shrug their shoulders. They don't know what's happening. Cade Morgan inbounds to Ryan Hall in the backcourt. Ryan Hall drives, kicks over to Cade Morgan. Passes off to Sam Licklider, kicks out to Jack Hendricks. Hendricks cross court and a charge the other way, so the 3-point basket by Cade Morgan does not count. Fairmont foul on number 15, Jack Hendricks, his first. And a travel the other way. No, a player controlled foul, number 23, Ryan Marshall. That was a good charge called by the refs. Bohennick. If Bohennick can drive on this right side like he has for all season, it's lethal. He drives in with it, makes an easy layup. Licklider's going to drive in, kick over to Cade Morgan. Morgan drives into the baseline with an easy basket to tie the game at 4. And Morgan has all 4 points for the Firebirds so far. Cross court to Ryan Marshall. Marshall's three is no good. Alec Grandin with the rebound. The putback is good. The bank is open.
Correction, last basket was Alec Grandin.
Liberty, can you text Joe and tell them to trim the replays? There's way too much stuff at the beginning, and they're not even covering them all. Oh. Donnie Shelton guarded by Andrew Foreman, who just checked into the game. And Crutchfield checked back into the game for the Firebirds at that last dead ball. Cross court to Donnie Shelton. Down low to Javon Henderson. Henderson trying to back up Morgan and throws it away. Foreman loses it going out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Elks. Grandin drives in, kicks over to Shelton in the corner. Shelton down low to Najee, no shot. And they're going to call a push. Fouls on number 3, Cade Morgan, his first, team's second.
Team second. Mason Steve, number 13. Checks in for Javon Henderson for Centerville.
And a jump ball will go. It'll go to the Firebirds if the scoreboard's correct this time. No, it'll stay with Centerville. Long inbounds pass goes to Jason Sneed, who's going to be guarded by Bohennick. Shelton kicks over to Grandin in the corner for 3. No. Bohennick, nice defensive rebound, going over top of Mo Najee. Morgan kicks over to Hendricks. Hendricks drives to the paint, kicks out to Foreman, turns it over to Donnie Shelton. Fairmont foul on number 5, his first, team's third. Ryan Hall checks back in for Andrew Foreman.
And returning for Centerville, number 23, Ryan Marshall. He checks in for Donnie Shelton.
And if you're the Firebirds, it's a good foul. It stops the easy fast break. And Ryan Marshall, just like on the field, intercepts it on the court, kicks it back out to Hendricks, and Hendricks gives it to Cade Morgan in the corner for 3. It's no good. Marshall guarded by Ryan Hall. Marshall kicks over to Pierce, down low to Najee, back out to Marshall. Pierce will shoot a 3 and make it. Let's see if they, they'll count it a deep 2. Elks double their lead, 8-4. Hall off the screen from Crutchfield. Hall turnaround jumper. Shot off the backboard's no good. Jason Sneed with a rebound. And Jason Sneed loses it out of bounds. And it's going to go back to the Firebirds. Sam Licklider checks back into the game for Fairmont for Dylan Crutchfield. Alec Grandin checks back in for Mo Jai. Bohennick's going to bring the ball up the court, guarded by Marshall. Bohennick kicks over to Licklider. Licklider drives into the paint. Shot's no good. Good no call by the refs. Marshall throws that one at Pierce's feet. Pierce throws it at Marshall's feet. And Pierce tried to throw it cross court to Marshall, and it hit the rim. Donnie Shelton checks back into the game for Alec Grandin, and Deshaun Brown checks into the game for Sam Licklider. Deshaun Brown guarding the inbound, long inbounds to Matt Pierce. And number 35, Davis Mumaw, has to come out of the game.
Jason Sneed checks in for Davis Mumaw.
Jason Sneed checks in for him.
And returning for the Firebirds, number 22.
And Dylan Crutchfield checks back into the game for Deshaun Brown. 33.3 seconds left. Centerville's ball. Shelton kicks over to Sneed. Sneed thought about a three. Down low to Henderson at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Shelton. Oh, Henderson, I don't think was expecting that one as he caught it up around his face. Down low, back out. Back over to Marshall. 8 seconds left. Kicks over to Henderson. Donnie Shelton, that is how you draw it up. 2.4 seconds left. Ryan Hall with a full court heave. Shot is no good. And that is how the first quarter. Excellent backdoor cut by Donnie Shelton there. Another basket for the Elks. Donnie Shelton's first of the game, and Centerville leads by 6, 10-4 after the first quarter of our MVCC Varsity Game of the Week. Tonight's MVCC High School Basketball Game of the Week is being recorded by the Miami Valley Communications Council and interactive media students from Kettering, Fairmont, and West Carrollton High Schools. Tune in to Educational Access Cable Channel 21 to see rebroadcast of this game. For complete schedules and to view other games, visit mvcc.net. For more information about what the Miami Valley Communications Council does and how it serves your community, go to mvcc.net. Reminder, you can stream tonight's game live on Facebook. Look for MVCC Game of the Week. Share it with your friends, tag them in it, or to watch the games live if you're unable to make it to the games, or watch the rest of the games online at mvcc.tv. Here we go to start the second quarter. Fairmont set to inbound. Hall kicks over to Hendricks. Hendricks has been quiet all night. One of the most lethal three-point shooters in all of GWalk, in almost all of Fairmont history, has yet to attempt a three in this game. Ryan Hall drives in, turnaround, back out to Hendricks. Hendricks drives off the glass. Shot is good for his first basket of the game. Brandon thought about a three, kicks it back to Donnie Shelton. Three is no good by Donnie Shelton, but an offensive rebound by Sneed.
Jason Sneed.
His first basket of the game. Morgan drives in on Pierce. Hall shot off the glass is no good. Pierce with the rebound. Sneed hits the trailing Marshall. Pierce with an easy basket.
Pierce.
Centerville opens up an 8-point lead. Kick over to Jack Hendricks in the corner. Hendricks drives baseline. Shot off the glass is no good. Offensive rebound and the putback by Crutchfield's no good. Ryan Hall corrals the loose ball, but it goes in between him and Caleb Morgan's legs and goes out of bounds. Sneed, excellent here. Dish to Pierce. And Fairmont calls a full timeout. Reminder, tonight's MVCC high school basketball game here at Centerville is also the Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Tonight, Centerville is inducting three new members to the Hall of Fame. First up will be Jenny Forrester, a four-year varsity letter winner in girls swimming from 2004 to 2006, in the 200-meter individual or 200-meter IM state champion in 2005, 100-meter backstroke state champion in 2006, 100-meter freestyle state champ in 2005, OHSAA Division I Swimmer of the Year in 2006, Ray Burke Women's in Sports Award winner, and earned a full scholarship at the University of Arizona, where she was an All-American and an academic first team in the Pac-10. Out of the Fairmont full timeout, we will review the other two Hall of Fame inductees before halftime. Shelton brings the ball up, kicks over to Pierce. Now back over to Marshall, whips it down low to, that's Pierce. Pierce will take the jumper. Pierce's shot is no good, and Bohenick can't control going out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Elks.
Number 10 checks in for Dylan Crutchfield for Fairmont.
Marshall with the jumper out of the inbounds pass along the baseline is good. Hall drives in, kicks over to Cade Morgan in the corner. Morgan drives in, kicks out to Hendricks. Hendricks hesitated from three, drives in. Off the glass is no good. Shelton corrals the rebound. Up court to Ryan Marshall. Bohenick saves it, and it's going to stay with the Firebirds. Nothing seems to be clicking so far for the Firebirds as they find themselves down 10, 16-6 with 5:40 left in the first half. Long inbound pass goes to Marshall. Kicks over to Shelton for three. Shelton's three is no good. Henderson with an offensive rebound, and Henderson with the putback extends the lead to 12, 18-6. As Cade Morgan brings the ball up court for the Firebirds. Morgan kick over to Bohenick. Bohenick going to drive on him, and Henderson's going to pick up his first foul.
Still foul to 44, Javon Henderson. His first.
Excellent way to crash the boards right there, number 44, Javon Henderson. Neither team has attempted a free throw yet in today's game. Ryan Hall kicks over to Hendricks. Out of the inbounds, Hendricks drives in, kicks back out to Hall. Licklider drives and backs out, and Bohenick will reset at the top of the key, guarded by Alec Grandin. Bohenick down low to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall saves it. Circus shot's no good, and Ryan Hall is on the ground, and he is holding his knee. No, he's holding his ankle. Correction. Ryan Hall looks like he stepped on Javon Henderson's foot. Let's see if we can see that replay again and slow it down. Hall is up. Watch Hall's foot right there. He twists his ankle. He didn't step on anybody, but that is probably why he went to the ground. Hall twisted his ankle, and he's going to go to the bench, but let's see if he returns. It looks like Sam Licklider checks back in for Ryan Hall. Crutchfield gets the inbounds pass, gives it to Licklider. Back over to Hendricks. Hendricks drives off the glass. Shot is no good. Crutchfield put on the putback, and Crutchfield looks like he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Number 44, Javon Henderson.
Henderson will pick up his second foul.
Billy Crutchfield shooting two.
Crutchfield shooting two. Crutchfield misses the first one. Mo Najee comes back into the game for Henderson. And Deshaun Brown's at the scorer's table. Crutchfield misses the second one. And Ryan Marshall's going to bring the ball up the court slowly. Kicks over to Pierce. Pierce guarded heavily by Hendricks. Pierce tries to drive baseline on Bohenick. No. Turnover for the Elks. Sam Licklider off the glass. Basket was no good, but it looks like they're going to get a foul call against Mo Najee. It'll be his first, team's fourth. Or no, they're going to actually call on number 11. His first, team's fourth. Licklider at the line shooting two. Licklider's good. Shot is no good. Let's take a look at the next Hall of Fame inductee for the Elks. It'll be Lindsey Cooley's 2002 state individual and team champion. Earned a scholarship to Morehead State University as Licklider's second basket is good. Four-time USBC Collegiate All-American, MVP of the 2006 USBC College National Championships, two-time USA Junior Team member, won 4 gold, 3 silver, and 1 bronze medal for Team USA. Career-high 3-game series of 846, 15 career 800 series, and more than 30 career 300 games, currently at 33. That is Lindsey Cooley's for the bowling for the Centerville Elks. A 2018 Hall of Fame induction, and Centerville will call its a 30-second timeout. And we might as well take a look at the last Hall of Fame inductee. It's going to be Ron Ullery, 37 years on the football coaching staff here at Centerville, 392 overall record, 14 years as the head football coach here, 107 and 45 overall, 5-time G-Walk Coach of the Year, led the team to 6 league titles, 8 playoff appearances. He has coached 69 NCAA Division I players, 12 of them being Ohio State Buckeyes, coached 25 All-Ohio players, and 9 future NFL players. 12 years as Centerville High School Athletic Director, 3-time G-Walk Central Athletic Director of the Year. And he originally started the Centerville High School Athletic Hall of Fame. And that'll be your third and final inductee, head football coach Ron Ullery. Marshall has it over in the far corner. Marshall loses it. It's going to stay with Centerville with 3:48 left in the second quarter of our MVCC Varsity Game of the Week. A low-scoring affair between the two. 18-7 lead the Elks, an 11-point game. Brian Hall has checked back into the game for the Firebirds. Pierce drives in, kicks over, or hands it over to Alec Grandin, who passes over across court to Sneed, and will give it to Donovan Shelton to reset on the Elks logo, guarded by Sam Licklider. Shot is no good, and it's going to go back to the Firebirds' way with 3:13 left. Ryan Hall gets the inbound pass from Cade Morgan. Hall drives, kicks back out to Morgan. Morgan shoots a three. Morgan's three is no good. Donnie Shelton with the rebound for the Elks. Shelton spin move into the paint. Shot off the glass is good. A 13-point game now. Shelton has 6 points for the Elks. Kick over to Bohenick. Bohenick drives, kicks out to Licklider. Licklider over to Morgan. And Morgan's going to hand off to Hendricks, who drives in. Shot off the glass is good. Hendricks will have his second basket of the game. Cade Morgan goes for the steal and almost gets it off the inbounds pass. Kick over to Sneed in the corner for three. No good. And a foul going to go against the Elks, as you see here in the City Barbecue replay. Jack Hendricks drive and kiss off the glass. That's why the backboard's there.
Andrew Ford, number 5. Sets back in the game for the Firebirds for Cade Morgan. Returning for Central, number 23. Ryan Marshall for Mo John.
Foreman drives into the paint, kicks over to Bohenick in the corner for three. Bohenick drills a three to cut it to an 8-point game. Fairmont coming back out playing a full court defense. Watch this three. Kellen Bohenick left wide open, and he makes the Elks pay. Alec Grandin cross court. Three on the way from, that is number 35, Davis Moomaw. And it's going to stay with the Firebirds with 1:48 left. Ryan Hall gets it in the backcourt, trailing by 11, guarded by number 11. Hendricks in the corner for three. Hendricks' three is no good. Donovan Shelton with the rebound and slowly bringing it up court, trying to get separation between him and Andrew Foreman. Sneed down low to Alec Grandin. Grandin's shot is good. Count it. And I did not see a foul called against Alec Grandin. Grandin now has 4 points. Foul is on number 15, Jack Hendricks, his second, team's fourth.
Alec Grandin shooting one.
No, you got to let that one go if you're the ref. Cade Morgan checks back in. Shot is up and good. 25-12 lead the Elks over the Firebirds with 1:20 left in the first half of the MVCC Varsity Game of the Week. Cross-court pass to Ryan Hall. Hall drives in, kicks out to Foreman, who drives back into the paint. Shot. Let's see if the refs say he's in the act of shooting. Foul is on number 35, Davis Moomaw, his first, team sixth.
Once again, friends, we ask for remaining receipts at halftime.
And Foreman will be going to the line to shoot two.
On this Hall of Fame night. Andrew Foreman shooting two.
Foreman's first free throw is no good. Fairmont is so far 1 for 5 in the game. Foreman's second one is good. 26-13 with 1:05 left. Fairmont playing a trapping defense, and it looks like Centerville's having fits with it so far, as we're under a minute left, 50 seconds left in the game, or in the half. Sneed back over to Donnie Shelton. Pierce is calling for, or Marshall is calling for it in the corner. Gives it over to Sneed for three. Sneed's three is good. 35 seconds left. Ryan Hall gets the inbounds, but gives it right back to Cade Morgan. Let's see if the Firebirds try and hold for the last shot. Jack Hendricks drives into the paint. Kicks back out to Bohenig with 18 seconds left. Bohenig drives. Turnaround jumper is good. 13 seconds left. Fairmont full court defense. Marshall over in the corner for Mumal. Mumal's three is good at the buzzer. Davis Mumal hits a three at the buzzer. And that is how the first half of our MVCC Varsity Game of the Week ends. Centerville leads 32-15, a 17-point game. You see here, Mumal's three is going to take us to halftime.
Tonight we are proud to present to you this year's class of Hall of Fame inductees, three very special people, Centerville Elk family members who certainly deserve Hall of Fame stature. First inductee tonight, Jenny Forster, a four-year varsity letter winner in girls swimming, 2004, 2005, 2006 state champion in 200-yard individual medley, 2005 state champion in 100-yard backstroke, 2006 state champion in 100-yard freestyle, 2005 OHSAA Division I Swimmer of the Year, the 2006 Ray Burek Women in Sports Award winner. Jenny earned a full scholarship to the University of Arizona, and she was All-American and All-Academic First Team All-Pac-10. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jenny Forster. Our next inductee is Lindsay Koulis. She was the 2002 state individual and team champion for girls bowling. She earned bowling scholarship to Moorhead State and finished her career at Centerville, Florida. She was four-time USPC Collegiate All-American, MVP 2006 USPC College National Championships, two-time Team USA Junior Team member. She won 4 gold, 3 silver, and 1 bronze medal representing Team USA. Career high 3-game series of 846. She has 15 all-time 800 series. And catch this, ladies and gentlemen, she has currently 33 300 games. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Koulis. Our third inductee this evening is Mr. Ron Ulrey. Ron, for 37 years, he was on the football staff here at Centerville High School. During that time, they had a record of 392. He was 14 years as head football coach. His career record was 107 and 45. He was 5-time GWAC Coach of the Year. He led the team to 6 WOL and GWAC championships and 8 playoff appearances. He coached 69 players who played D1 college football, including 12 at Ohio State. He coached 25 All-Ohio players and 9 future NFL players. He also spent 12 years as the Centerville High School Athletic Director, and it was 3-time GWAC Central Division AD of the Year. It was Ron who started the entire Centerville High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Ulrey. Let's have a big round of applause for this year's inductees, Jenny Forster, Lindsay Koulis, and Ron Ulrey.
That seemed to go okay, huh? Good job.
corner. Ryan Marshall's shot is no good, but a rebound by number 42, Sam Vance. Marshall tries to drive on Bohannon, kicks over to Shelton. Shelton drives in, kicks over to Marshall for three. Marshall's three is no good, and off a defensive rebound by Crutchfield, and it looks like Crutchfield was fouled. Let's see who they call the foul on.
Number 44.
Javon Henderson, his third foul.
His third, team's first. Alec Brandon steps in for Javon.
Alec Grandin comes in for Javon Henderson. Ryan Hall brings the ball up the court, gives the ball off to Crutchfield, gives it to Hendricks. Hendricks down low, and it's going to stay with Fairmont as it was knocked out of bounds by Sam Vance. Hendricks going to inbound for the Firebirds. Inbound pass goes to Bohannon. Ryan Hall gets it. Ryan Hall kicks it over, almost stolen away by Marshall. Marshall's going to get back on Ryan Hall and guard him. Morgan drives, hands off to Hendricks. Hendricks for three. Hendricks' three is good. And if you're the Elks, that is one player on the court you do not want to start to get on fire. Hendricks' first attempt from three is good. He now has 7 points in the game. Donnie Shelton guarded by Ryan Hall. Kicks over to Alec Grandin for three in the corner. His three is no good. Bohannon with the rebound. And Jack Hendricks comes running up the court. And Donnie Shelton's going to be tagged for his second foul on a reach-in on Jack Hendricks. Sam Vance checks out. Mojai checks into the game for the Elks. And Cade Morgan will inbound to Ryan Hall at half court. Hall gives off to Bohannon. Hendricks will shoot another three. Hendricks drains a three. That one even deeper than the other one, and he has 6 straight points for the Firebirds. Hendricks now has 10 points in the game. Cuts it to an 11-point game. Fairmont on a 6-0 run the first minute of this second half. Marshall has it. Kicks over to Donnie Shelton. Shelton drives, kicks, thought about kicking it over to Marshall. Pierce was open in the corner. Shelton gives it out to Alec Grandin. Back down low to No G. And the refs say he traveled, so the first turnover for the Elks in this second half. Ryan Hall bringing the ball up slowly. He wants to do that to pick up speed. Donnie Shelton pokes it away. Shelton's basket is good. Elks' first basket of the second half. Ryan Hall gets the inbounds. Ryan Hall running up court quickly. Curve over to Cade Morgan in the corner for three. And Morgan drills a three. The Firebirds have made 3 straight threes to start the third quarter. A 10-point game. Ryan Hall drives to the bay, kick over to Cade Morgan, left wide open. Marshall has it, guarded heavily by Bohannon. Marshall drives into the paint, kicks over to Pierce. Pierce thought about the three, now back to Marshall. Marshall down low to Najee. Najee swatted away by Crutchfield. And Cade Morgan runs it up fast. Kellen Bohannon. Bohannon's drive to the paint, blocked, and that'll be a foul on number 23 on Ryan Marshall. That'll be his second, team's third. So Kellen Bohannon will go to the line to shoot 2.
Kellen Bohannon at the line, shooting 2.
Bohannon's first one is no good. Firebirds are 2 out of 7 now from the free throw line. Bohennick's second one is good. Cuts it to a 9-point game, 34-25. Marshall kicks over to Pierce. Pierce trying to get some separation between him and Hendricks, who gives it back to Marshall in the corner. Grandin over to Donnie Shelton, guarded by Ryan Hall. Shelton spin move, loses the ball, and now is trapped in the corner, and it's going to stay with Centerville. Long inbounds pass, almost stolen away. Pierce will pull up from three and drill it. Makes it back, or makes it a 12-point game again. Bohennick drives, kick over to Cade. Morgan Hendricks will pull up from three. Hendricks drills his third three of the third quarter. Hendricks now has 13 if my notes are correct. 37-28, back to a 9-point game. Shelton thought about a three. Gives it down low to Mo Najee. Hendricks, they're going to tag Hendricks for the foul. That'll be Hendricks' third foul, and that's something you don't want if you're the Firebirds. Team's first of the half, though.
Shooting two.
Mojai's first free throw is no good. Mojai's second free throw is up and no good. Cade Morgan with the defensive rebound and running up the court quickly. Morgan drives in, kicks out to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall fakes the handoff, drives to the basket, and cuts it to a 7-point game. 37-30, Hall's first basket of the game. And Fairmont has come out erupting so far in this third quarter. A turnover by the Elks. Three on the other end is no good. Jack Hendricks lets it go out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Centerville. Let's see if we can see a replay of the end of that. Last play to see if the referees got that one right. Shelton drives in, now going to settle at the top of the key. Guarded by Ryan Hall. Shelton's going to drive all the way in. Gives it off to Mo Najee, and Najee dunks it. His third and fourth point of the game couldn't have come at a bigger time for the Elks, as that one got the Centerville Elks student section up on their feet and back into this game. Ryan Hall drives to the basket. His shot is no good. Watch here. Donovan Shelton drives right at you, kicks down low to Mo Najee, and Najee with the slam. Foul on number 12, Alec Grandin, his second. And Ryan Hall's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Ryan Hall shooting two.
Ryan Hall's first free throw is good. Jason Sneed checks in for Alec Grandin. Ryan Hall's second free throw coming. Second free throw is good. Ryan Hall, the first 2 for 2 free throw of the game for the Firebirds, cuts it to a 7-point game. I looked at the scoreboard wrong. Mo Najee trying to back down, gives it back out to Donnie Shelton. Kicks it over to Pierce. Drive Shelton, and Shelton will be fouled by Dylan Crutchfield. That'll be his first. And they say Shelton was in the act of shooting, so they'll go to the line for two. Team's second of the half.
Connie Shelton, shooting 2.
Shelton's first free throw is up and good. Shelton's second free throw is up and no good. Cade Morgan with the rebound. Ryan Hall has a clear lane to the basket. Kick over for 3 from Kellen Bohennick. Bohennick drills a 3, cuts it to a 5-point game, 40-35. Sneed drives, kick out to Pierce. Pierce is going to reset, guarded by Hendricks. Pierce drives, kick out to Sneed. Sneed for 3. Sneed answers back with a 3 of his own. Ryan Hall running up court. And Ryan Hall loses it out of bounds.
There in the game for Centerville, number 35, Davis Mumaw.
Davis Mumaw checks back in for Matt Pierce. Mumaw has it. Mumaw trying to get separation from Hendricks. Kicks it out to Donnie Shelton, who's guarded by Cade Morgan. Lob pass to Mo Najee, and he loses it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Firebirds with 54.1 seconds left. Andrew Foreman checks in for Ryan Hall.
For Fairmont.
Cade Morgan going to bring the ball up the court. Morgan drives, kicks out to Foreman. Foreman doesn't know what to do with it, kicks it out to Bohennick. And let's see if Bohennick resets as he does with 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Kicks it over to Cade, 30 seconds left. Bohennick drives into the paint. Dribbles back out with 24 seconds left. Bohennick picks it down low to Hendricks with 15 seconds left. Hendricks into the paint, swatted away by Mo Najee. And Sneed has the ball, now gives it off to Donnie Shelton with 8 seconds left in the quarter. Shelton with 5 seconds left. Shelton drives, and and Cade Morgan will pick up his second foul.
Cade Morgan, his second, team's third.
Ryan Hall checks back into the game with 3.5 seconds left in the third.
For Jack Hendricks.
And Brooks Cups calls a timeout for the Elks with 3.5 seconds left in the Elks ball at half court.
Centerville calls a 30-second timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a change in times if you're planning on attending basketball here at Centerville. Tomorrow night, the girls team hosts Maine. The original game times were 6 o'clock and 7:30. They have been changed to 4:30 and 6 o'clock. It's senior night tomorrow night for the girls versus Wayne. Come on out and honor Jasmine Broder and Megan Mattingly tomorrow night for the girls game at 4:30 for the JV, 6 o'clock for varsity. We need your support for the girls game.
3.5 seconds left out of the Centerville timeout. Ryan Marshall set to inbound. Long inbound. Dylan Crutchfield steals it. Fairmont foul number 32, Sam Vance. His first, team's fifth. Hendricks checks back in for the Firebirds. They should add 0.2 seconds back to the clock as the foul was before the ball was entered.
Also back in the game for Centerville, number 12, Alec Brandon.
Kellen Bohennig inbounds to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall running up the court. Ryan Hall's shot will count at the buzzer if it goes. No good. And that's how the third quarter ends. Centerville 43, Fairmont 35. An 8-point game going into the fourth and final quarter. As you see there, a shot of both coaches' huddles. Fairmont was down 1 point at this game, down 17 points. They've cut it to 8 and had a chance to cut it down to 5. MVCC Community Access Channel shows programs covering a variety of topics, including local sports, history, cultural events, and more. You can learn to use high-def TV equipment to make your own shows for free. You can find your community access channel on Time Warner Cable Digital Channel 991. Get involved. MVCC provides your government access channel so you can stay up to date on what's happening in your local community. Catch your city council meetings, informative and entertaining program, live call-in shows, and positive news from around the Miami Valley. All right, fourth and final quarter is underway. Hendricks gets it, hands off to Bohennig, and the Firebirds turn it over. Not the way you want to start the fourth quarter. Moomal drives into the paint, kicks back out to Marshall. Marshall kicks it over to Shelton. Marshall wide open, was calling for it, drives on Bohennig. Marshall's shot is no good. It's going to stay with the Elks, though, with 7:31 left. Javon Henderson checks back into the game for Mo Najee. Moomal cross court to Marshall. Marshall kicks it back out to Moomal, who gives it over to Shelton. Shelton guarded heavily by Cade Morgan. Shelton drives cross court past to Marshall, who gives it back to him. Gives it to Moomal, who now hands off to Grandin. And excellent defense by the Firebirds so far. Now they need to force a turnover. Fairmont foul on number 0. Ryan Hall, his first, team's 4th. Shelton set to inbound to Moomal, who throws it away, and it's going to go to the Firebirds. Centerville's first turnover of the quarter, their 4th of the half. Ryan Hall gets the inbounds pass. Ryan Hall kicks it over to Cade Morgan, who comes back out to half court and resets. Morgan gives it over to Hall. Hall trying to find someone to pass it off to, passes off to Crutchfield. Hall doesn't know what to do. Hands off to Cade Morgan behind him, who's guarded by Shelton. Timeout, Fairmont, with 6:13 left in the game. A 30-second timeout. I mean, if you're the Firebirds, you have to get stops on a couple possessions in a row. Centerville has not turned the ball over much this game. 10 total turnovers as of right now. Fairmont has 11. out of the Firebirds' 30-second timeout.
10, Matthew Pierce.
Pierce checks back in for the Elks in that timeout. Inbound pass goes to Ryan Hall, who passes off to Hendricks. Hendricks drives in, kicks back out to Hall. Hall, Hendricks saves. Ooh, voice crack. Ooh. Hendricks' shot is no good. And I think Crutchfield just picked up his second foul.
Fairmont foul number 15, Jack
No, they're going to call on Jack Hendricks. His fourth. And your Foreman's going to the scorer's table. And Jack Hendricks is coming out.
Hendricks for the Firebirds.
Brian Marshall kicks over to Pierce. Pierce hands off to Shelton. Shelton drives in, kicks off to Henderson. Henderson's shot is good. Makes it a 10-point game once again. Ryan Hall kicks over to Foreman. Foreman back to Hall. Hall for three. Hall is fouled shooting a three. I was watching the ball and I didn't even see Shelton closing on him. That is number 3 on Donnie Shelton. And Ryan Hall is going to the line to shoot three. This will cut it to a 7-point game and could be huge if Hall makes them all. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far. Hall's first one is up and good. 9-point game, 45-36. 5.5 minutes left, even. Ryan Hall's second one is up and good. 8-point game, 45-37. Chris Thompson, number 44, checks in for Dylan Crutchfield. Hall's second one is good, 3 for 3. Ryan Hall goes, cuts it to a 7-point game with no time coming off the clock. Hall has 7 points in the game now. And Centerville turns it over, gives it right back to Fairmont. Jack Hendricks with 4 fouls checks back into the game. This could be huge. Bohenick brings the ball up the court. Bohenick drives into the paint, kicks out to Hall. Hall thought about a three. Hall drive in, shot is no good. Donnie Shelton gets the rebound for the Elks and runs up court quickly. Shelton gives it off to Henderson. Henderson's shot is good. Back to a 9-point game with 5 minutes left. Hendricks drives into the paint, kicks out to Cade Morgan. And Cade Morgan was fouled. Javon Henderson will pick up his 4th foul. And Fairmont is shooting 1-1 right now at 17 fouls. This could be huge for the Firebirds as they shoot free throws the rest of the way.
Number 44 back in the game for the Firebirds for Andrew Fortner. Cade Morgan shooting 1-1.
Morgan's first one is up and good.
And returning for the Elks, number 35,
Davis Mumal checks back into the game for Javon Henderson for the Elks. Ryan Hall, second one of the 1-1 coming. Or not Ryan Hall, Cade Morgan. My apologies. Morgan's second one is up and good. Firebirds 5 for 5 from the free throw line, makes it a 7-point game with 4:44 left. Marshall brings up court, hands off to Shelton. Shelton drives into the paint. And Shelton, they're going to call it a block. And Shelton needs assistance up. Let's take a look. Let's see if Chris Thompson was there. That should have been a charge. Only 6 fouls for the Firebirds, though, so no 1-on-1 situation yet. Shelton set to inbound. Shelton long inbound pass to the backcourt to Marshall. And the Firebirds are going to let him bring it up the half court. Kick over to Grandin for 3 in the corner. Grandin's 3 is good. Back to a 10-point game with 4:22 left. Up court, Jack Hendricks drives into the paint. Cross court to Bohenick. Bohenick for 3. Bohenick drills a 3. Back to a 7-point game. Timeout Firebirds with 4:13 left in the game.
Timeout Fairmont, a full timeout.
A full timeout. You see here, watch Jack Hendricks drive to the paint, kicks it all the way out. For Bohenick for 3. And there's another great shot of both teams' huddles. Let's take a look at quick scoring for the team so far. First with the Firebirds, Ryan Hall 7 points, Kellen Bohenick 12, Cade Morgan 9, Andrew Foreman 1, Sam Licklider 1, Jack Hendricks 13. That's it of the scoring for the Firebirds. Start with the Elks, Matt Pierce 7, Donnie Shelton 9, Alec Grandin 8, Jason Sneed 8, Ryan Marshall 2, Davis Moomaw 6, Javon Henderson 6, and Muhammad Najee 4. And Fairmont's going to come out and play a full court press. Loses the ball. The Firebirds get it. Jack Hendricks picks it up. The layup is easy. It's a 5-point game with 4 minutes left. And Fairmont's going to stay with the full court press. And the ref signals a kicked ball. This is risky play right here by the Firebirds. Jack Hendricks with 5 fouls comes up with the steal. Inbounds pass goes to, and shot's no good.
Fairmont foul number 0, Ryan Hall, his second, team 7.
Ryan Hall picks up the foul, his second, team 7th.
Jack Hendricks back in the game for.
Here's a replay. This is too risky of a play for Jack Hendricks to be doing with 4 fouls, but he picks it up with an easy layup that cuts it to lead, and Ryan Marshall is shooting the 1-and-1. Marshall's first one is up and good. Back to a 6-point game. Second one is up and no good. Jason Sneed, no, they're going to call a jump ball, and it is in favor of Centerville. Shot is no good by Marshall. Cade Morgan with the rebound. Kick over to Hendricks. Hendricks for 3. Hendricks cuts the lead in half with 3.5 minutes left. Donnie Shelton running up the court quickly now with the ball. Now will stop and reset. He loses it. Cade Morgan, no. Timeout Fairmont. Let's see what the ref calls. Both sides are frantic. Here we go. We'll look at it once again. It should at minimum be a jump ball. And they're giving Cade Morgan a technical foul against the Firebirds. It'll be Cade Morgan's third foul. Davis Mumal shooting 2 fouls. He misses the first. And sitting right next to the Fairmont student section might have been a bad idea. I think they're going to get louder this free throw. Mumal's second one is up, but he makes it. Cuts it back. It's a 4-point game. Javon Henderson checks back into the game with 4 fouls. It'll be Centerville's ball with 3:21 left, a 4-point game. Couldn't have asked for a better ending between 2 rival schools like this. Mumal gets the ball back. Mumal drives in, kicks over to Grandin. Ryan Hall went for the steal, gives it back to Grandin. Shelton now resets, gives it to Henderson down low. Henderson gives it back out to Grandin. 2:50 left. Ryan Hall deflects it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Elks. Alec Grandin set to inbound now. Inbound goes to Ryan Marshall. Grandin almost loses it. Grandin drives, kicks back out to Shelton. Shelton drives. Back out to Grandin, cross court to Marshall. Marshall drives in. Kicks it out to Henderson, who gives it right back to him. Marshall drives. Grandin for 3. Grandin's 3 is no good. Andrew Foreman gets the foul, and he is fouled. Alec Grandin just picked up his 3rd foul. Andrew Foreman is going to go to the line for the 1-and-1. 2:21 left, still a 4-point game. Each team at 8 fouls and in the bonus. Dylan Crutchfield checks back into the game for Cade Morgan.
Back in the game for the Firebirds for Cade Morgan. Andrew Foreman shooting 1-and-1.
Foreman's first free throw is up and no good. Alec Grandin with a defensive rebound. Fairmont going to play a full court press though. Leaves Davis Mumal wide open, but doesn't take the 3. Cross court to Marshall, down low to Grandin. Grandin's shot is no good. Dylan Crutchfield with a defensive rebound. Gives it off to Jack Hendricks. Hendricks gets the move on Shelton. Hendricks kicks over to Bohenick. Bohenick for 3. Bohenick's 3's no good. Offensive rebound, Crutchfield. And the Fairmont side is mad. Crutchfield's arm was ripped down. Should have been called for a foul, but Ryan Hall will foul him with 1:49 left. Still a 4-point game and a 1-and-1. Cade Morgan checks back in for Dylan Crutchfield. Jason Sneed checks back in for Javon Henderson. Grandin shooting the 1-and-1 for the Elks. Shot is up and no good. Ryan Hall with the defensive rebound. Ryan Hall running up the court. Ryan Hall hits the trailing Andrew Foreman. Down low to Cade Morgan. Morgan kicks it out to Bohenick. And Foreman will drive into the paint, kicks it over to Hall. Hall drives. Hall will be fouled. Looks like by number 13, Jason Sneed, it'll be his first. Team's 8.
Jason Sneed, his first, team's 9.
Ryan Hall was in the act of shooting, so it'll be 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
This will cut it to a 2-point game if he can sink both. Ryan Hall's first one is good. Javon Henderson and Dylan Crutchfield both check back into the game for each team. 52-49, a minute and a half left. A 3-point game. Ryan Hall's second one is up and good. Ryan Hall cuts the lead in half, 52-50, a minute 32 left. Fairmont's going to play a full court press. Shelton over to Grandin. Back to Marshall. Kicks it back out to Moomal. A minute 10 left. Gives the ball back to Grandin, back to Marshall. A minute left in the game. Down low, back out, Grandin. And Bohenick fouls Moomal. That must have been the one they've been waiting to get the foul shot. 52.8 seconds left. Kellen Bohenick, his first. So Moomal will be at the line to shoot 2.
Davis Moomal, shooting 2.
Davis Moomal's first attempt from the free throw line in the game. Moomal's first one is up and good. Oh no, Moomal hit the technical free throws and went 1 of 2. Andrew Foreman checks in for Dylan Crutchfield. 3-point game, 52.8 seconds left. 53-50 with Moomal's second free throw coming. Moomal's second one is no good. No, it hit the top of the thing. It shouldn't have counted. Ryan Hall drives to the basket, kicks out to Kane Morgan. Bohenick for 3. No good. Ryan Hall with a defensive rebound. And they're fouled. Let's see who they call the foul on. Donnie Shelton will pick up his 4th foul. Firebirds will be shooting free throws with 41.9 seconds left. Ryan Hall has yet to miss tonight. Ryan Hall's first one is up and no good. Ryan Hall's first miss from the free throw line. 41.9 seconds left, a 4-point game. Ryan Hall's second one is nothing but net. A 3-point game, 54-51. Fairmont, a full court defense. Grandin gives it off to Marshall. Marshall gives it off to Shelton. Over to Moomal. And Cade Morgan will be called for a foul. 26.9 seconds left. A 3-point game. Cade Morgan's 4th foul.
Donnie Shelton, shooting 2.
Donnie Shelton shooting 2. Donnie Shelton misses the first one.
And the name of number 22, Dylan Crutchfield, forcing number 13, Jason Sneed.
Donnie Shelton at the line. This could be the dagger if he makes it. His free throw is up and no good. Cade Morgan with the defensive rebound. 24 seconds left, and Fairmont calls its final timeout a full timeout. 23.3 seconds left. Fairmont down 3 with the ball. If you got to know who to shoot the ball for the Firebirds, the three-point shooters are definitely Kellen Bohenick and Jack Hendricks. The ball, I would assume, would touch one of their hands. Or if you want to take a chance, drive to the basket for a 2 and get back on defense or hope for a foul is called. Many things to do right now if you're the Firebirds. This is probably by far one of the most exciting finishes we've had this year in the basketball season for MVCC. Fairmont's ball, 23.3 seconds left, down 3 to 54-51 to the Elks. Right now on the court for the Firebirds, you have Jack Hendricks, Kellen Bohenick, Dylan Crutchfield, Ryan Hall, and Cade Morgan. For the Elks, you have Alec Grandin, Ryan Marshall, Donnie Shelton, Davis Mumal, and Jason Sneed. Cade Morgan to inbound at half court to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall gets it with 20 seconds left. He's at half court. Ryan Hall drives. Ryan Hall kicks over to Kellen Bohenick, 14 seconds left. Jack Hendricks gets the ball. Jack Hendricks drives. Jack Hendricks, step back. Jack Hendricks shoots a 3. No good. Cade Morgan. Jack Hendricks for 3. 1.5 seconds left. Hendricks can't tie it, and Centerville holds on to win by 3. Centerville wins 54-51. An intense MVCC game of the week. Oh, there was a lot of stuff that happened in that game that could have went either way. But when you get your best players in foul troubles like the Firebirds did, you got to resort to the bench, and the bench could not
Here's the
answer.
official scoring for tonight's game for Fairmont.
Mounted a
Ryan
comeback,
Hall,
a huge
10
cut,
points.
a 17-point lead down to
12 points.
2 at one point in
Cade
this
Morgan,
game.
8 points.
And the Elks get to walk off their home court victorious. Tune in next week as MVCC will be at Springboro for their senior night versus the Alter Knights next Tuesday. Signing off with the rest of Miami Valley Communications crew, the students from Kettering, Fairmont, West Carrollton High Schools, I'm Jared Bergstrom with another intense MVCC varsity game of the week.